Beyond the Veil: Secrets of the Universe, Ancient Gods, and Hidden Knowledge, Part 30. The Orion Group, Draconians and Reptilians in the Law of One, the Cosmic Battle for Control and Liberation. Welcome to Positive Vortex, where we uncover the deepest secrets of the universe, ancient gods, and the hidden forces shaping our reality. In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most controversial and suppressed topics in esoteric knowledge: the Orion Group, Draconians and Reptilians in the Law of One. So, let's dive in. The War Beyond the Stars. For thousands of years, Earth has been a battleground, not in the traditional sense of war with armies and weapons, but in an energetic and ideological conflict between forces of light and darkness, unity and separation, love and control. According to Ra, the Orion Group, also known as Draconians, Reptilians, or service-to-self entities, has been one of the greatest influences on human history, shaping political, religious, and economic structures to serve their agenda. But who are they? Why do they seek to control Earth? What is their end goal? How do they influence individuals and societies? To fully understand their role, we must examine their hierarchy, methods of control, historical influence on human civilization, and ongoing impact on global events. The cosmic structure, understanding the Orion Group's hierarchy. Unlike the Confederation of Planets, which is a vast network of benevolent civilizations working together in unity, the Orion Group operates under a strict hierarchy of control. The Orion Empire structure. 1. Sixth density negative overlords, masters of deception and illusion. These beings have achieved mastery of both positive and negative polarity, but chose to remain on the service-to-self path to continue their domination. They are non-physical, existing in a state of pure consciousness, and operate through manipulation, thought implants, and mind control. Their presence is rarely directly felt, but their influence trickles down through lower densities as they orchestrate power structures across the galaxy. 2. Fifth density Dark Masters, the architects of control. These entities serve as advisors, strategists, and masterminds behind global manipulation. They feed on control, conquest, and deception, implanting ideas of hierarchy, superiority, and dominance into civilizations. Their goal is to trap souls within the illusion of separation, so they can continue to control and consume energy. Loosh. Fourth density Reptilian Enforcers, the rulers of war and physical manipulation. These beings still possess physical bodies and actively engage in warfare, abductions, military infiltration, and psychological operations. They are responsible for direct contact with human factions, exchanging technology for control over planetary affairs. They operate underground bases, hybridization programs, and genetic experiments designed to create a new class of subservient beings. 4. Third density human collaborators, the puppets on Earth. These include leaders in politics, finance, media, and military who serve the Orion agenda. They have been promised power, wealth, and protection, but they do not realize they are expendable in the grand scheme of Orion's hierarchical control system. Their main purpose is to implement control structures, ensuring that humanity remains enslaved through war, economic dependence, and religious indoctrination. How does the Orion Group enforce its control? Unlike the Confederation, which respects free will, the Orion Group manipulates free will to enslave civilizations. They use 3 primary methods to maintain dominance over Earth: prosody rate, psychological warfare, mind control and fear programming, spreading division, hierarchy, and war-based mentalities, using fear to weaken spiritual growth and keep people trapped in low vibrational states, controlling mass media, Hollywood, and political narratives to promote separation and conflict. 2. Technological manipulation, UFOs and reverse-engineered tech, offering advanced weapons and technology to select human groups to gain control over planetary governments, developing hybrid programs, creating genetically modified beings that serve their interests, manipulating time, space, and reality perception to create false paradigms that prevent spiritual evolution. 3. Energetic parasitism, loosh harvesting and soul manipulation, feeding off human fear, pain, and suffering, known as loosh energy. Influencing religions and belief systems to redirect human energy toward worship of false gods who are actually Orion overlords. while preventing humans from accessing true spiritual power, keeping them dependent on external saviors. The Orion Group's manipulation of human history. The Orion Group has influenced human civilizations for millennia, creating entire belief systems, political empires, and economic structures to further their agenda of control. 1. The infiltration of ancient civilizations. Ancient Sumer, Babylon, Egypt, and Rome all show clear Orion influence, with warlike deities, divine rulers, and oppressive class systems. Pharaohs and kings were often possessed or controlled by Orion entities, ensuring dynastic rule and ritual sacrifice practices. 2. The hijacking of religion. Many gods in religious texts were actually Orion beings masquerading as deities. They demanded worship, sacrifice, and obedience, reinforcing the idea that power is centralized and hierarchical. They manipulated prophetic messages, distorting teachings of oneness into division. 3. The rise of secret societies and occult orders. Many elitist organizations, such as the Illuminati, Freemasons, Skull and Bones, and other secretive groups, trace their teachings back to Orion-aligned influences. These groups control politics, finance, and industry, ensuring that power remains in the hands of a few. Bloodline preservation ensures that those in power stay within controlled families, maintaining Orion's influence over generations. The Confederation versus Orion Group. The battle for Earth. Earth is a battleground in a greater cosmic struggle between service to others, Confederation of Planets, and service to self, Orion Group forces. The Confederation of Planets supports Earth's transition into fourth density, communicates through channeling, dreams, synchronicities, and telepathy rather than direct intervention. Ensures humans have access to wisdom, healing, and awakening tools. The Orion Group wants to prevent Earth's ascension to keep the planet under their control. Seeks to dominate rather than uplift. Works through deception, infiltration, and war rather than direct attack. The Orion Group's manipulation of global events. The Orion Group's influence is not limited to the past. They continue to shape world events in ways that keep humanity in a state of fear, division, and dependence. Their primary objective is to maintain control over Earth's consciousness so that the planet remains within their service-to-self hierarchy rather than advancing toward fourth-density unity consciousness. 1. War and conflict as a tool of control. The Orion Group thrives on war, as war creates fear, suffering, and division, which feeds them energetically. Every major war in human history has been manipulated behind the scenes by Orion-aligned factions who control military-industrial complexes, intelligence agencies, and shadow governments. They finance both sides of conflicts, ensuring endless cycles of destruction and rebuilding, which keeps humanity focused on survival rather than spiritual evolution. War also justifies the creation of oppressive laws, such as mass surveillance, censorship, and centralized control over resources, all of which further tighten Orion's grip on the planet. 2. Economic enslavement and the illusion of freedom. The Orion Group's control extends deep into the global financial system, ensuring that humanity remains trapped in a debt-based economy that benefits the elite. They designed the central banking system to keep wealth concentrated in the hands of a few, while the majority of the population struggles with poverty and economic instability. Corporations that extract natural resources, such as oil, gold, and diamonds, are heavily influenced or controlled by Orion-aligned entities, keeping humanity dependent on fossil fuels and artificial scarcity. Cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance pose a threat to their control, which is why they are either co-opted or suppressed by Orion-aligned institutions. 3. Mass media, entertainment, and psychological warfare. The Orion Group understands that whoever controls perception controls reality. They own and operate the major news networks, social media platforms, and entertainment industries, ensuring that only specific narratives are promoted. Hollywood and mainstream music are filled with subliminal messages, reinforcing materialism, violence, sexual exploitation, and distraction. Many popular movies about aliens and UFOs are deliberately designed to mislead the public about extraterrestrial life and prepare them for a false alien invasion scenario, Project Blue Beam. The goal is to keep people entertained, distracted, and uninformed, so they never question the deeper truths about reality, spirituality, or cosmic forces at play. 4. Religious manipulation and the false light deception. The Orion Group has distorted nearly every major world religion to serve their agenda of control. Many religious texts have been altered over time to include hierarchical structures, fear-based teachings, and the necessity of worshiping external deities rather than realizing the divine nature within. Many so-called spiritual awakenings are actually Orion-engineered false light traps, where people believe they are connecting with ascended masters or archangels, when in reality they are tapping into Orion-created energy matrices. This deception is designed to steer awakening individuals away from true spiritual empowerment and keep them trapped in another form of external dependence. The role of hybrid programs and genetic manipulation. One of the most alarming aspects of the Orion Group's agenda is their direct interference with human genetics. According to Ra, many service-to-self civilizations conduct genetic experiments to create a hybrid species that is easier to control. The creation of a subservient human race. The Orion Group has been conducting genetic experiments for thousands of years, modifying human DNA to weaken spiritual connection and increase susceptibility to control. Ancient texts and myths about gods mating with humans may actually describe early Orion genetic experiments designed to create elite bloodlines with greater psychic control over humanity. Today, hybrid programs continue through abduction scenarios, government black projects, and underground facilities where genetic alterations are still being made. Many people who experience abductions report being shown human-alien hybrid children, which may indicate that these beings are engineering a future, improved version of humanity, one that is less resistant to control. 2. Artificial intelligence and the transhumanism agenda. The Orion Group is also behind the push for transhumanism, which seeks to merge humanity with machines. While some forms of AI and technology can be beneficial, the goal of the Orion Group is to use AI to disconnect humans from their organic spiritual evolution. By integrating AI into human biology, they can create a hybrid consciousness that is easier to manipulate, track, and control. This includes neural implants, brain-machine interfaces, and synthetic biology, all marketed as upgrades while actually leading to deeper enslavement. The ultimate goal is to create a fully controlled, artificial human race that is completely cut off from its divine source. The Galactic War and the Quarantine of Earth. 1. Earth's Quarantine, a shield against full takeover. According to Ra, Earth has been quarantined for thousands of years by the Confederation of Planets to prevent the Orion Group from achieving full planetary conquest. This quarantine is maintained by higher density beings of light, who act as guardians and protectors of free will. While the Orion Group has found ways to bypass the quarantine using thought-form projections, mind control, and channeling deception, they are unable to fully land and take over the planet directly. 2. The battle between light and darkness. Earth is one of many planets that has been contested in this cosmic battle. Many service to other civilizations have intervened at various points in history to help humanity awaken, but they are limited by universal laws that require free will to be respected. As Earth moves into fourth density consciousness, the battle intensifies, with the Orion Group trying to keep humans asleep while the Confederation works to activate spiritual memory. Many starseeds, wanderers, and lightworkers have incarnated on Earth to counter Orion's influence and help humanity break free from the illusion of separation. Breaking free from the Orion matrix and influence, the path to liberation. Despite the Orion Group's immense control, their influence can be overcome through awareness, spiritual empowerment, and conscious resistance. 1. Recognizing the false reality matrix. The first step is to wake up to the illusion. Once you understand that most institutions, media, and political structures are engineered to control consciousness, you begin to detach from the system. Learning about mind control tactics, psychological operations, and energetic harvesting allows you to stop feeding the system with your attention and emotional energy. 2. Reconnecting with true higher consciousness. Orion beings try to block access to divine wisdom by distorting spiritual teachings. True connection to Source comes from within, not from external saviors, rituals, or religious institutions. Meditation, breathwork, and heart-centered consciousness help break the frequency of Orion control. 3. Strengthening spiritual sovereignty. Do not give away your energy, belief, or faith to external entities, whether they present themselves as saviors or masters. Know that your consciousness is sovereign, and no entity, whether Orion or otherwise, has the right to interfere with your free will. Claiming spiritual sovereignty blocks Orion entities from manipulating your energy field. Final words. The power is within you. The Orion Group's control over Earth is not absolute. Their power only exists as long as humanity remains ignorant. By awakening, understanding the mechanisms of control, and choosing love over fear, we can shift the planet's trajectory toward liberation, unity, and divine self-realization. This spiritual war is won through awareness, and the most powerful tool against Orion control is the realization that you are an infinite being, beyond their reach, beyond their deception, beyond their chains. The Orion Group's greatest weapon is deception, keeping humanity in fear, division, and ignorance. But their power only exists if we remain asleep. The moment we see through the illusion, reclaim our sovereignty, and align with unity consciousness, their influence collapses. So ask yourself, will you continue to give your energy to fear and control? Or will you awaken to your divine power and break free from the Orion matrix? The battle for Earth is not fought with weapons. It's fought within the hearts and minds of every individual. And the choice is yours. If this episode resonated with you, click the thanks button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more deep explorations into the hidden forces shaping our world. Until next time, stay aware, stay empowered, and remember, you are far more powerful than they want you to believe.